Hello students, good morning. Welcome to online learning, standard 12, subject chemistry. Dear students, in 12th standard chemistry, we have successfully completed from volume 1, unit number 1 which is metallurgy, unit number 2 and 3 P block elements. And today in this video, the lesson which we are going to start is unit number 6 which is solid state. Okay, so what is the lesson we are going to start today? Solid state. Okay, dear students, we know about matter. In the lower classes we have seen what is called as a matter, how it is defined, how it is classified, everything we have seen in your previous classes like 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard. Okay, so what are the states of matter? Can we recognize? We can say matter can exist in three different physical states. What are they? One is solid state, second one is liquid state, and the third one is gaseous state. So these are the three states of matter. What are they? Solid, liquid, and gas. But out of these different states, out of solid, liquid, and gaseous state, solid state is the most important one. Why? Because we have been using many materials which are naturally solids. And can we recognize some of the characteristics of solids? Solids will possess a definite volume and they will have definite shapes. And the atoms in a solid will be tightly held. One atom will be tightly attached with the other atom. Okay, so these are the important characteristics of solids we know so far. Okay, and we have been using many different solids like diamond. Diamond is a precious solid. Then many metals we have been using iron, aluminium, and so on. Then plastics are also a type of solids, and most of the substances which we use in our common life are composed of solids. So we have to be very familiar with the properties of solids, their structure and how they are synthesized. Everything we have to be familiar. So in order to know about all these things, the types of solids, their applications, their structures, to know about everything in a detailed way, we have to study this lesson. And in this lesson, the concepts which we will discuss are characteristics of solids, the general characteristics of solids, how they are classified, the classification of solids, then the different types of crystal structures, their properties, and finally the crystal defects. So these are the things we will discuss in this unit. What are they? Characteristics of solids, their classification, the structure of various crystals, their properties, also the crystal defects. Okay, now in this video we will discuss about the characteristics of solids. So this is the concept which we are going to discuss in this video. Okay, solids possessed which of the properties? Okay, let us see the characteristics of solids one by one. Before that, I want to tell you about how the particles are arranged in the different states of matter. How the particles are arranged in solid. Look here, the particles are tightly held with one another. So the free movement of particles is restricted. They are given a particular position and only in that position they can be. They cannot move from their places. Okay, but if we take a liquid, the particles are a little loosely held so that free movement is possible. Whereas if we take gaseous substances, there the particles are very free to move. They can move wherever they want to. Okay, so these are the arrangement of particles in solid, liquid, and gaseous substances. Now come here, property number 1. The general characteristics of solids, the property number 1 we are going to see now. What is the property 1? How it is given? The solids have definite shape and volume. Look here, for examples I have taken many solid substances, a plastic tiffin box, a tire, and table. These can be considered as an example for solid substances and they have a definite shape. We can say the tiffin box is a rectangle in shape. The tire is in circular in shape. Likewise, every solid substance has a particular shape. Also, they have a definite volume. This is property number 1. Solids have a definite volume and a definite shape. Is it easy? Okay. Then come to property number 2. It is given here. They are rigid and incompressible. Okay. Rigid in the sense they are very very stronger. Urudi tanmai. Then incompressible. Look here the picture. What is given? A person is trying to compress a particular substance. Just imagine and see, if you take a stone and if you place it in between your palms of your hand, if you press it, is it possible to press? No, it cannot be compressed. So it is given that solids are rigid means very strong, also they are incompressible. We cannot compress them to modify their structure. Okay, so this is the property number 2. Solids are rigid and they are incompressible. Okay, is it clear? Then come to property number 3. The property number 3 is telling about the force of attraction between the constituent particles. As we have seen in the previous picture, the constituent particles of solid are very tightly packed, no? So it is given that they have strong cohesive forces, or we can say attractive force. The particles of a solid have a strong attractive force with each other so that they are tightly packed. Okay, this is property number 3. Solids have strong cohesive forces. Then come to property number 4. It is telling about the interatomic distance. Do you know the term interatomic distance? What can be called as interatomic distance? Look here. The atoms are bonded like this. This is one atom, this is another atom. Likewise, the bonding continues. Okay, now interatomic distance in the sense the distance between the center of this first atom to the center of the second atom. So this is called as interatomic distance. Since the particles of a solid are very tightly, very closely packed, they are said to possess lower interatomic distances. Since they are very close to each other, each atoms of a solid are very close to each other, so the interatomic distance is very very less. That is given in the property number 4. How it is given? They have short interatomic distances. Okay, well, okay. Then come to property number 5, which is the final property. Before that, look this picture very clearly, students. How the particles are arranged? They are given a fixed position. They are not free to move. Is it clear? In a solid, the constituent particles are given a fixed position and they are not free to move. Keep that in mind so that the next point will be very easy. Look here, the property number 5. What is given here? The constituent particles have fixed position. They are given a fixed position. They are not free to move and they are allowed to oscillate about their position. They can vibrate in the position where they are. They are not free to move, but they can vibrate about their mean position. Look here. Look this video. What is taking place? The vibration of solid particles taking place. One more time. So this is the vibration of the constituent particles of a solid substance. So from this what we can conclude, the constituent particles have fixed position and they can only oscillate about their mean position. They are not free to move here and there. So dear students, with this the general characteristics of solids over. How many properties we have seen so far? What is property number 1? They have a definite shape and volume. Then property number 2 is they are rigid and incompressible. Property number 3 is they have strong cohesive forces. And property number 4 is the interatomic distance between one atom and the other atom is very very small. Then finally the property number 5 is the constituent particles have fixed position and they can oscillate only about their mean position. Again, there is a summary I have placed to have a clear understanding. What is the point number 1? Solids have a definite volume and shape. They are rigid and incompressible. They have strong cohesive forces. They have short interatomic distances. Then the constituent particles have fixed position and they can oscillate about their mean position. Okay students, with this video ends. In the coming videos we can discuss about the classification of solids, about the various types of solids like crystalline and amorphous, then how crystalline solids are classified. Everything we will see in the coming video. Thank you.